Hello, Fringe and everyone. Well, Fringe 111 put up a challenge to tell a story about part of your life as a fairy tale. Now, I wrote this fairy tale on my 360 blog about meeting my wife, and it's based loosely on people on my 360 page. So here it goes. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful princess whose words made everyone who heard them smile. The birds would sing and the squirrels would scurry down the branches to get a glimpse of her whenever she walked outdoors. All the people of her land were happy. One day, the evil Lord of Darkness got word of this beauty and sent his evil minions out to tear her down and destroy her. First, he sent a dark knight disguised as a handsome prince to capture her heart and marry her. After the Sir Charles married her, he sent his dark wizard, Carcinoma Moriarty, to take his life, leaving Princess Swissy in despair. This worked for a while, and her people were saddened. Then she recovered, and her people became happy again. The evil Lord of Darkness grew tired of the people rejoicing, so he called on some henchmen to keep trying to seduce her with romance, then mistreat her and abuse her. He sent them time after time until she was broken and driven to the brink of insanity. Princess Swissy's good knights called on her kingdom's best counselors to try to ease her pain. They met with a limited measure of success, but Princess Swissy was lonely and full of grief. Her people were saddened by her condition, but this was not enough to satisfy the Lord of Darkness. He devised a plan to completely destroy her and send her people into turmoil. The evil Lord of Darkness once again called on his dark wizard, Carcinoma Moriarty. He ordered the evil wizard to depart her kingdom, make her suffer, then destroy her. The dark wizard departed and called upon the most evil of dragons to take her in his talons and isolate her in the mountaintops, where she might grow more and more lonely. In a kingdom far away, there lived an humble prince who had lost his princess to the clutches of Carcinoma Moriarty. Knowing the evil that lurked in Carcinoma's heart, Prince Kal-El was constantly on the watch for his evil deeds as he searched the land for his new princess. Prince Kal-El had allies across the land who both helped him find those in distress and try to guide him to a new princess to ease his lonely heart. One day, Sir Alan brought word of this lovely princess to Prince Kal-El's attention. As soon as Prince Kal-El read the words that she had written on Sir Alan's scroll, he was captivated. This eventually came to the attention of the Lord of Darkness, who planned a diversion to distract Prince Kal-El. The Lord of Darkness called on his evil witch, Zelena, to appear to Prince Kal-El as an angel of light. In his loneliness, he allowed himself to be distracted for a time, and he, at first, overlooked a few of the inconsistencies that the evil Zelena presented. Luckily, Prince Kal-El had enough sense to keep a wary eye out and called on his father for protection and guidance. While the evil witch Zelena was successful in delaying Prince Kal-El's plans for restoring peace across all the land, the delays only allowed him to broaden his contacts to other lands and to deepen the friendships with the contacts he had already made. He was also able to contact two of his brothers and one of his sisters in the cause for peace, with whom he had trained in his youth. Older and wiser now, Prince Kal-El saw these repeated delays for what they were: a distraction from the true woman his father wanted him to be with, the one who would enable him to move forward with his plans for peace, starting in this land, then moving to others all across the globe. Prince Kal-El knew that such a plan could result in his own death, but he also knew that through the training of his spirit, once he got the spark of peace to create even the smallest flame, the wind of his death would fan the flame into a bright fire that would drive the darkness completely out of his land and eventually out of all the other lands across the globe. Prince Kal-El, under the guidance of his father, cast out the evil witch Zelena and set out to find the princess of his heart and dreams. He devised plans to leave his fortress of solitude and set off across the land in search of Princess Swissy. Still a little shaken from his mistakes in judgment regarding the evil witch Zelena, and not wanting to alienate his good friend Sir Alan, he first consulted with Sir Alan to be sure there were no romantic ties between him and Princess Swissy. When Sir Alan assured Prince Kal-El that there weren't, Prince Kal-El wasted no time in pursuing his dream princess. Knowing that Princess Swissy was far away and that she would undoubtedly be under attack by the Lord of Darkness, Prince Kal-El called on the Queen of the Druids, Queen Sandrolina, to help him find ways to communicate with her. He called on the Queen of Fairies, Queen Angelia, to enlist her aid and services. He even consulted a strange but exceedingly wise wizard, Joseph der Vanderbilt, who was said to have come from another world, far, far away, long, long ago. Queen Sandrolina endowed Kal-El with the ability to communicate with the creatures of the earth. He used the power to send out birds and squirrels to send Princess Swissy his messages. He awaited anxiously at their return, but knowing the valleys and dangers to those tiny messengers, he dared not stop there. Queen Sandrolina gave him her blessing. He consulted again with Queen Angelia, and she sent out her fairy servants to help watch over the tiny creatures as they carried their messages back and forth. Though Prince Kal-El knew that this could be dangerous, since fairies have little trust of man, he decided to move forward with this arrangement on faith. His hope was that the trust he had built with her through his honest and truthful dealings with her and her people would prove fruitful. Next, Prince Kal-El gathered his courage and approached the wise, powerful, otherworldly wizard Joseph der Vanderbilt.